Here's the thing.
Now he's playing it up though.
Everyone seems to forget the one thing about KSI is he is a YouTube marketing genius. This is the same guy who faked beef with his... Woo!
Let's go.
We're here.
Salud.
We are here.
Salud. ¿Qué onda? What's going on?
Did you make a whiskey?
Nah.
Nah?
Not tonight.
Not tonight, huh? Not tonight. Here we go. All right, so we are a little behind schedule. We had some technical difficulties here. It was kind of weird. Joey, explain what the fuck just happened.
This camera just decided to fucking not turn on, bro. It was on, but it wasn't on. We had all the battery, the time, all that stuff on there. Just black screen. The lens was open. Turned it on, turned it off. It's like AI was trying to just show us
that AI shit, bro.
Yeah, just show us how lucky we are with it and what it's like without it, you know?
So, if you're watching on the YouTube, you could possibly be watching the FireCast right now in 4K. That's right, because we're now doing a test recording on my fucking iPhone, which the quality difference is fucking immense.
It is,
It's literally, we look like fucking cartoon characters on this on this fucking camera, and then that one, like, we actually look like human beings.
Yeah, I mean, it's kind of disappointing when you have like a proper recording camera and then your phone.
Yeah,
the
it's better.
technology's so good that it's just might as well use your phone. But the camera wasn't turning on, but it ended up turning on anyway. So we got two cameras going.
We've got two cameras going, so you
just
could
for
be
backup.
If you're on the YouTube, you could be possibly listening and watching the very first 4K FireCast episode. This episode is brought to you by Starlink and
Hydro Grip.
Hydro Grip, baby.
Hydro Grip. Get your bottles. These things are fucking awesome.
Grip Deal 10.
Want to know what else I'm using my Hydro Grip for now at work? Because I've got my car holder on the window, it gets too hot sometimes because of the sun. So now I just put my Hydro Grip in my bottle holder and put my phone there for my maps. Yeah. So now I've got like another phone holder in the car.
I've seen them advertise that on their Instagram too. Like, there's actually so much usage for it. Like, it's crazy.
The other night I was doing night shift and I was in the Burwood Westfield food court before I started my night shift, and I was watching The Boys on Amazon Prime while eating KFC at the table. But instead of being like, you look like a weirdo just like sitting down, actually, like, it's like having it down there for so long, every time you move your head down, even every day you look at your phone, your neck's constantly doing this, right? Yeah. I'm just like sitting here just eating my shit, not even looking down, you know what I mean?
So, all right, Joey K, how are you? What's been going on? How's your week thus far? We're recording a bit later in the week this week, so it feels like it's haven't seen you in ages, but I was with you on the weekend. So
So you had a big weekend, but that's why as well, no whiskey tonight. I thought I'd have one, and then one, couldn't be bothered to make it, and then two, I was like, yeah, probably not. It's all right. Well, like, I swear I drank like 3/4 of a bottle of Dubliner by myself, which is pretty good effort.
Yeah.
But it was a good night, but like, engagement's always fun.
Yes.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But then it's just, I loved having that 4-day weekend. Like, I had the Monday, Tuesday off. It was so good, man. But it's never, ever, I don't care how, like, I know after a while you probably get bored, you do this and that, but I love just like taking it easy over a long weekend. I went to the physio on Tuesday morning, right? 7:30 because of the day off, obviously. And I was like, I was thinking of going to the gym after like the 9:30 session. And he goes, oh, no. You'd want to just rest today. You're going to be sore after this. And then I went,
you just pulled your pants down.
When someone with like, who's a physio goes, rest? You bet your fucking ass, bro. I'm taking full advantage. I'm going to get snacks. I'm sitting on the couch. I'm doing nada. You know what I mean? If I got to wash a few dishes during the day, get up and fold a few clothes in between, whatever. But the doctor said rest, baby.
So you're gonna rest.
The doctor said rest. Yeah.
Yep.
So I was just fucking. We're watching we watched the Vince McMahon doco, but we're only 3 episodes in.
It's good.
Yeah, it's good.
I like it.
It's more like, I didn't realize that it took place before the allegations came out.
Yeah. That's why they stopped that. That stopped short that thing because it was actually so sad. Like, it was a shame that he did what he did, because the first couple episodes I was like admiring this cunt. I'm like, this cunt's a fucking genius. I'm like, he is a business like mogul. And then they go like a couple episodes in, and then these allegations come out. And I'm like, oh fuck, that's right.
It started with the executives doing weird shit with younger people.
Yep.
And then all of a sudden, like he's protecting.
But he says in the first episode that he was abused. This is something we should have asked fucking Aussie Slang last week. He was also abused and sexually abused when he was a kid. So it's like literally abused people abuse people.
Hurt people.
Yeah, that's what Tori when they said that, Tori's like, oh, well, of course. You know what I mean? As in like doesn't justify it, but it makes sense. There's usually like a reason behind it.
Yeah,
you know
like
what I mean?
No one's just doing it. Like it's because you're fucked up.
See how much plastic surgery he's had done? If you look, so you can tell, you look at his face and he's like, very like no wrinkles, this and that. You look at his hands. And they're like translucent, bro. You know how old people have like those blue, when you look at old person's hands, they have those blue fucking varicose veins just running through their fucking palms. And they're like, if like a gust of wind goes, their skin's going to peel off. Like he's got old man hands.
Yeah, he's fucking like 80 years old.
Exactly. But because he was on gear for so long and he pumped himself with plastic surgery, you tend to look at the face a lot. But during the interview, during the doco, he uses his hands to talk, this and that. He starts doing this, and I'm like, bro, that guy's like almost mummified, bro. like these hands are just like,
it's like two chicken feet.
Yeah, man.
Fucking.
But yeah, so other than that, just chilled out and that's it. Took advantage. What'd you do, DZ?
What's been happening, man?
I've been good, man. Real good. Yeah, just chilling. Same old. You know what's fucking been pissing me off? Actually, first of all, I got to balance each other out, right? Last week we were talking about Gen Z, how they're pissing us off and shit with the fucking. She saved Kanye West, whatever. Kanye West saved Taylor Swift. After I actually seen the videos, I didn't know much about it at the time, but I seen the videos of them actually getting the awards and talking about Beyonce, and it is kind of weird. All these
Jojo Siwa?
all these random women singers that are going up that kind of don't have anything to do with Beyonce dedicate their time to Beyonce. It's actually kind of weird. And I was thinking, all right, so I apologize to Gen Z for that. But then they also piss me off anyway because I've been fucking seeing these TikToks. They fucking annoy me, man. They'll do a video, right? It's just their face and you're like, it'll have text and say, the CIA says there's an alien mothership in our solar system. And everyone's commenting like, ugh. I'm like, are you cunts fucking stupid or what? Like, what's wrong with you, man? And it's just their face and the text and they're like, and then, or what fucking does my head in the most, they'll put a video, right? It's just their face again with the text, and it'll be like, oh my God, I can't believe the girl in the jean jacket did this. And they expect everyone to know what they're talking about. Don't fucking do the context. I fucking hate that shit so much. And then the people that comment are the worst. I'm all for banning comments on every social media platform across the board. Get rid of them. It's too stupid to comment on things anymore.
I just reckon,
Nah, you need to keep them open.
Get rid of them. No comments.
You need to keep them open. For those days where you're like, fuck this cunt.
I'm just joking, but like, they're so stupid, man.
Man, these cunts are lucky I'm not the president, because I'm telling you, if I was, the new rule will be effective immediately, is you are not allowed to have any socials until the age of 25. Because everyone that was born in 2000 and up is a fucking spastic, and it pisses me off. Like they are, but how about fucking all the hate KSI?
Oh, bro, I want to talk about that. I got that for the Reddit. Oh man.
So you got some of the comments for the Reddit.
Yeah, I was cracking up, man. Oh
this
my God,
poor guy looks like he's about to cry.
It's so funny, man. And then we'll talk about it later.
Okay. Oh, fuck. Dude. All right.
Yeah, what have you been doing?
Man, not much, man. I've just been chilling. Working, just doing the same old. Bit of a quiet week. It's fucking Synergy's around the corner. I've got my set now, like, ready.
Yeah, me too, man.
It's just now I want to practice my set a couple of times in its entirety. So last week, of course, a couple of weeks ago, me and Mr. Meagley went to Resonance, which is like a dubstep event. So we went to go, meet the owner and all that, hang out, have a couple beers. So I went to Mr. McGeely's house. This fucking event didn't start till like fucking 10 o'clock at night. So I was like, oh my God, it got to 9 o'clock. I was driving to Meagley's. I was already on the knot. I was like, fuck. But I went to his maybe about 8 o'clock. We watched the footy, and then we're going to have a practice on the decks, right? And of course, we're having technical difficulties. We couldn't get the decks to work. So we both had a spin for like fucking 15 minutes. So I need to now like sit down in the comfort of my home, So I'm going to borrow Mr. Meagley's decks. I'm going to set them up literally right there or on this table. So then I can have record box right there on my computer and I can practice. And if there's some songs I don't like, boom, swap them out. Rather than always going to Meagley's, fucking, wait a couple weeks, fucking come home. Like I kind of need that couple days time kind of to myself to prepare. So that's basically ready to go.
And I have a free pass to come over whenever I want.
You're coming over for a practice on your own. And then I told Jezza and M16 to come over because...
And by the way, the Safe Boys were giving away 2 tickets to Synergy. So I don't know if anyone's claimed them yet, but message the Safe Boys on Instagram, hit up Jezza, and you might score yourself a ticket if you haven't bought it yet.
Yeah. If you want, there's literally, like, we're offering free entry right now. You just got to message Safe Boys and say, hey, give me a ticket.
They might be claimed already. I don't know. So you have to talk to him. But they're there.
That's it for me. Joey K, pass me your phone, please, sir, for a quick second. Let me see if I can log into this.
Is it connected to the Bluetooth?
Yeah, so I got to connect to Bluetooth, right? How do I do that? What's up, FireCast? It's FriendlyFire here, owner of Tripjacker Mafia Records, and we're very proud to announce our new sponsorship with the Hydro Grip. They have a BPA-free bottle, and they have a magnet on top of the bottle, so you can film your sets at the gym for content, social media, if you run a podcast yourself. As you can see here, the phone's sitting very securely on top of this magnet. Very stable when it's full or empty. A super secure magnet, stays hot for 12 hours or cold for 24 hours. And 10% of all sales go to the Sydney's Children's Hospital, which we find super dope. So be sure to go over there and purchase yourself a bottle. And don't be shy to let them know that you're coming from the FireCast community so we can all spread the love. Thank you.
It's easier than ever to be an influencer, man. All these kids are fucking... All you need is your fucking phone. You fucking buy a membership to DistroKid or Spreaker or whatever. You pay fucking $15 a year. And you got podcast equipment. Like, isn't that fucking crazy?
Yeah. Like, well, that's also a problem because them fucking idiots like us fucking start podcasts.
Yeah, we get comments. They need to make podcast equipment more expensive and shit. They can't.
Fucking hell. So,
that guy, the commenter, bro. Crazy.
So, yeah, if you are watching on the YouTube, let us know how the 4K looks. The 4K editing, though, is going to be good for me, but it's just going to take double the time to render. So it just means that I have to edit before Sunday. If I edit Sunday Arvo, it will probably literally take like all afternoon to just export.
Yeah.
What's my password?
Would it maybe be quicker if could you USB your phone to the computer?
No.
Would that work quicker?
No. So, you could with the old iPhones, but now apparently they've stopped that where you have to. If you want shit off your phone, you have to go to your iCloud and shit.
No way.
Yes.
Bullshit.
Yes, because I used to put music on my phone and shit.
iPhone is ass, man.
Yeah,
Samsung's way better.
They literally do little shit to try weed that out.
Stuck in the garden.
Yeah.
You can't. You have to use Apple for everything. It's fucking bullshit.
All right, so we got this working, right? So we're gonna go through some speak dicks right now. We've got a few again. Let's
commie. Just to clarify, I'm definitely a communist, eh? Just because I vote for Labor, definitely a communist. Anyway, so I've got a bender story for you guys. Feel like I've got to keep up the speak pipes. So one time I was out with my mate and we were at Chinese Laundry. I started off with like 5 or 6 of us, ended up just being me and him towards the end of the night. And so we were there till the end of it. It shut down, so we left. And you know how when you walk out of Chinese Laundry and you're normally supposed to turn right or left? I can't remember. We turned left anyway and kept walking down the road.
Oh, yeah.
Didn't go up the stairs.
Yep.
And we ended up on a construction site and happened to find a scissor lift with the keys in it. First of all, we wanted to see how high we could get up. I was hanging off the side while he was extending it. We went past the Western Distributor. And we decided to drive that cunt all the way up to fucking Bathurst Street. And then we just left it. That was good fun. Would recommend doing it. Cheers, boys.
Yeah. That's the commie from the Safe Boys. Remember, hit him up. They've got 2 free tickets to our show. Dude, I remember one time, McCann, right? This cunt, his dad used to have like a 13-seater or 12-seater fucking minivan, and we used to take it to the city and fill the van up with like 14 cunts. And one time we're driving to the city, we got nowhere to park this fucking thing, and everyone's screaming at this poor cunt trying to drive it. He's going, "Shut the fuck fuck up. He's like, look, I don't want anyone to talk except Iggy. And then because I'm trying to figure out where we're going to park this fucking thing. And then I go, you know what? Fuck it. Let's take a risk. We'll go down the road where laundry's on. I was like, if we get a spot, we're cheering, but I don't know how we're going to get out if we don't because it's like a skinny ass road. He's like, all right, fuck it. We go down there and surely enough, there was all this empty space in front of the club and we just pulled up. We had like VIP parking.
Oh, man.
Yeah. We had this little van just parked there, bro. It's fucking good times, eh?
There's always spots there, man. You go to the city, you can usually snag a spot there in front of laundry, I feel like.
No, but there's a lot of like other cars already parked there, like workers and shit.
Yeah.
We just got lucky. It was like fucking...
Just to continue off the back of the drunk stories, I know we've had a few weeks of this in a row now.
They're good fun,
But a mate of mine who told me that if I'm going to share this, just to remain nameless, but he literally told me last week and I forgot to even bring it up last week, but it had me in stitches, bro. So he goes, he called me up. He's like, hey, I was listening to the pod. I want to tell you my drunk story. And I'm like, yeah, all good. I'm like, send a speak pipe. He's like, I hate listening to my own voice. He's like, so one time after work, right, on like a Wednesday or Thursday night, him and a bunch of the other PMs went to like some bar or some pub in the city or whatever. And they were there for like hours. And maybe like 2 hours, even 3. And then he was like, he reckons they're like, oh yeah, let's go to the gentleman's club after, right? And by the time these other guys said, let's go gentleman's club, he was already slurring his words, right? But before he even went to the like strippers, and then they went in there, and then there was a Wednesday, Thursday night. It was like 7:30 or whatever, so it was like dead as well. And because it was like dead, they all flocked to them because they're the only people in there, right? Yeah. And they're like, oh shit, and he felt like kind of sick, and he was like, oh, 1 sec, I'm just gonna go to the bathroom. He went to the bathroom. He projectile vomited in the sink, right? And then he half vomited, and he finished the rest of the vomit in the cubicle, in the toilet, toilet. Finished his vomit, right? He sat down like on the toilet seat, like put down the toilet seat, sat down. He passed out on the toilet, right? And I guess I came to, right? And I'm like, I was so confused, and I'm like, I forgot where I was, and the music was in the background, like. And I was like, and he realized, oh, I'm in the strip club still, right?
His friends left him.
Yeah, ready? It was 11:30. He had slept for 8, 9, 10, 11, 4 hours on the toilet, right? It was 11:30. He gets up, he walks in the strip club. No one, when I say no one, there was more people there, but obviously the people he came with weren't there anymore. And he's like, what the fuck? And he's like, anyway, it doesn't end there, right? He goes, I got to get the train home, right? Goes to the station, just makes it for the last train or whatever. And he realizes that like halfway through, he's like, fuck. I feel sick as like he's like got his hands in like his hands in his head. And he's like he's literally like trying not to vomit in his own hands or whatever. And then he looks up, he sees Harris Park, and he's like, oh no, this train doesn't usually get off at Harris Park. So he runs, right, beats the doors, jumps out at Harris Park to change trains, then only realizes that it is the right train, it's just all stops. So because he's used to catching the train during the day, when you go at night, it stops off at Clyde, Wentworthville. So he gets off the train, waits there at the same for half an hour, right? The next half an hour. God. So just waits for the next one in the freezing cold, gets home eventually, and he's like, that was it. And then he messaged the PMs, the other guys later, and goes, hey bro, like fuck, you left me. He goes, what do you mean? You left us. He thought they thought that he backdoored it. And he goes, no, and he told him the story. He's like, what the fuck? But it makes it so much funnier because where he passed out, like he vomited and passed out. The strippers are probably like, he's been in there for a while.
Yeah. They just no one checks on him though. They just how shit was it in the city, right? When every time without a doubt, me and my crew would miss the last train at like 1 a.m. And then we'd be stuck there till like 3 a.m. and you'd have to get the bus home. That'd take like 2.5 hours.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, my God. And everyone on that bus is just
what was it called? The Night Rider.
The Night Rider. Oh, everyone was just a scattered cunt. And it'd be all these like fucking junkies and shit on there. And we'd just be on there like, oh, it was a fucking nightmare.
I had to catch that when I did night work, night shift at Myer in the city, like in the heart of the city. The last trains, like you said, that there'd be 1:30. So I'd finish at sometimes 2 or 3. So I had to do the same thing, wait outside town hall. It was good it's not bad when you're sober, but that you do see some heads on that bus.
Oh, yeah.
Like, I'm coming home from work and some people are just like,
yeah.
Like dead.
We got one from Mega.
Oh, I see how it is, boys. just giving away my crown because I might miss a few fucking voice messages here and there. I'm sorry, I'm so fucking busy with tours and shows and music and family. And my God, you're just fucking just discarding me like yesterday's fucking trash. Oh my God. Nah, it's all good, boys. I have been awfully busy, and good for the gay shaman man. I'm glad he's, getting in there and taking that crown from me. He's very interesting to listen to. Unlike you fuckers who just pit us against each other, poor listeners who just want to tune in and get some good fucking podcasting. And you're just like, oh, you know what? Susie's my favourite child today because she ate all her vegetables. Fuck you guys.
I like how that was he just wanted to rant about.
Yeah.
But he did remind me of something, actually. Shout out Megalodon, very busy guy, very good music. I have a song coming on Tuesday, Feel Myself. It's produced by Holloway. Just a little throwaway, get back in the booth after not recording for a while.
Is it on Spotify?
Yeah, everywhere. Yeah, it'll drop on Tuesday. So this will drop on Monday, so you can listen to it tomorrow.
Yes. Beautiful.
Beautiful.
Yeah, my album, Something Beyond, drops on the...
Oh, that's a cool title.
What day does it drop?
I don't know.
I did it for the weekend before Synergy. So I think next weekend, not this weekend. This is a good album, man. This is the album I've been promising my OG fans for the past couple years. Every year I'm like, oh, trust me, I'm doing a dubstep album. Trust me. And I finally delivered. And I've showed, obviously, Chloe, I showed McCann and Mr. Meagley some of the songs on this album. And even McCann and Meagley were like, dude, holy shit. This is like next level shit.
Keen to hear it, man.
So I'm very excited. So Something Beyond drops, I think it's the 18th.
And you're going to play something from Synergy, right?
You're gonna be hearing some of these motherfuckers live.
Yeah.
So we've got a couple more from Mega, actually. If Raz hasn't sent a speak pipe this week, which I can't see his name, he might now be dethroned, and it's between the commie and Meg. So this is actually like neck and neck for the end of the year. What the fuck? So we've got Mega 2.
I'm hoping I got in on the right day and I haven't missed your recording, because then I'd be like a week late and it wouldn't make as much sense. But let's go. The fucking paranormal Reddit thread. I can tune into this one. I can tap in and add my little stories because I've experienced a fair bit in my lifetime. Now, I am quite skeptical when it comes to this kind of thing. I do believe in the possibility, but I'm also quick to try and disprove the paranormal about it. Try and figure out if there's a logical explanation for things. But genuinely, I've seen a lot of like shadow figures, in horror movies where you see it in the corner of the room, out of the corner of your eye, just kind of shift. I see a lot of that, and I've seen a lot of things like that in my time. I've also felt a lot of things, like, that feeling you get. I often trust my gut on that kind of thing. But that's like general kind of stuff. There was one time where I was half asleep and I could hear my missus like whispering my name in my ear. And it continued for a little while, and then suddenly it was just like an angry shout, and it woke me up. And she was asleep next to me, and there was nobody else in the house. It was fucking weird, man. It was like a demonic feeling. It's crazy.
The shadow people again, eh?
Yeah.
We've got Mega 3. Is this maybe a continuation?
Then there was a time when I was a teenager. I was home alone in my bedroom out the back of the house. Like, no one can get out the backyard. It's pretty much impossible. I'm just sitting there alone watching a movie at night, and suddenly I hear this like massive, like loud, really fast rapping on the screen window. Like someone had their hands and was just like drum rolling the shit out of it. Just out of nowhere. Freaked me the fuck out. I couldn't see anything outside. I ran outside with the dogs. Nothing. There was nobody out there. So no fucking idea. I've had doors slam in the house when no one's home. I've heard noises in the house when no one's home. Like, you know how you hear possums in your roof? Well, I've heard like footsteps in the roof. Shit like that. Then I've also seen things that aren't so scary. Like my grandfather died about a couple of years before I had my first child. And then 6 months after he was born, I had a dream that was so fucking real. The most real dream I've ever had, where my grandfather met my child. And to this day, I swear he was actually visiting me. And then my father-in-law died 11 days after my last son was born. And one day, my two eldest kids were running out the door to go and play out the front. I was watching them, and I see him sitting there watching that.
Ooh. Wow. See, those ones are good, man. When you know, it's like, well, you get the closure almost.
Yeah, well, what about our mother?
I was going to say that. She's had a similar experience.
So our mother with my great-grandmother, so my grandma's mum, we were in Australia, and I was maybe like, 6 or something? And then, so my mother was sleeping in the same room as my great-grandmother, so her grandma. And that night, my mother said she had a dream where my great-grandmother in the dream was saying to my mum, it's going to be okay. Like, everything's going to be all right. Don't worry about me, all this shit. And then my mum woke up.
Next morning, she's
dead. So my great-grandmother told my mum in her dream not to worry, everything's going to be all good. So she was telling my mother that, like, she's leaving this realm.
Crazy.
It's crazy shit, eh? And that's coming from my mother too, man, who claims that my other house wasn't haunted and shit.
Yeah,
my mum's not like a paranormal person. She hasn't really got any stories other than that one. Crazy shit.
All we need is one story, one believable story, and you're like, ooh.
Fucking know.
I haven't experienced anything yet, so then I can't help my clinical, my fucking
scientific brain.
Scientific brain being going like, if there's noises, it's not what you think, it's this and that. But then I'm like, then I feel like the more I discount it, right? I'm like, whatever. It's gonna just like fuck me up. Some demonic being is gonna be like, you don't think we're real?
One day, bro, you're gonna be like,
I'm gonna get held down in sleep paralysis, and you're just gonna
one day we'll get you. Yeah, it will fucking get you. We got 3 more. We got one called Festival.
Yo, what's good, boys? I hope you've been good. I don't know if you've heard about the Laneway Festival. I don't know if you boys have been seeing my story, man. I had the biggest rant, or like, I was just angry, man. These festivals and venues and these TikTok people, man. All I wanted was rappers to be on the actual festival. Like, where are the rappers? And they're like, oh, I know you're misogynistic. How dare you not want women to perform and headline these festivals and shows? And, you know, it's 2025 next year, etc. I don't know, man, but I'm just saying, like, it's not necessarily about the actual gender or whatever. They're like, oh, it's for the girls, it's for the whatever, you know, this shit. But I'm just saying, like, and now the fucking festival itself is using me for promo and stuff on their TikTok. I'm like, bruh, they're just taking the piss out of me now for saying I want rappers to be on the festival. Well, even though they had like 4 or 5 rappers last year, decent rappers. They had like Stormzy or whatever and AJ Tracy, and like this year they didn't. And it was like, oh, it's an indie festival. It's not a rap festival. Go to, you know, I don't know. Yeah, I don't know if that made any sense.
Wait, what? They're using
that's promo. What you always find the drama.
Yeah, like, what the hell? That's fucking.
That is a wild.
Are they using him as promo, or are they taking the piss out of him?
I don't know. So what do you?
I think they're using him as promo by taking the piss out of him. Is what he's alluding to.
So what? They're like just uploading like videos of his comments or something.
Like, don't look at this guy. Like, look at
what the hell? That's I don't know. I didn't.
I haven't heard of that.
I didn't. Yeah, I saw something about it, but to me,
I didn't think Laneway Festival was really much rappers. Did it usually have rappers?
Well, I don't know. Apparently last year was Stormzy and fucking
AJ Tracy.
Yeah, like obviously a lot of rap people that you know, kind of like mainstream music, they just like the beat, so it doesn't have to necessarily be rap, because that's not all like, you know what I mean? It's a niche, not niche, but like, would you consider rap to be niche?
Yeah. You know what I mean? If it is niche.
Yeah.
Just it is. It's like anime to me, mainstream niche.
Yeah,
that's like, a good. Yeah,
everyone fucks with anime, but you talk to the dude who doesn't like anime, they fucking hate it. It's the same with rap, bro. Rap is. I don't care what anyone says. Rap is fucking boring. That's why it's not on the lineup. It's boring, man. Rap shows are fucking boring. You know what I'm saying? Like fucking EDM and house and shit is where it's fucking at, and it's what's always gonna fucking sell. Yes, there is ginormous rap festivals. I'm not saying that. You can pick the right spots for it, and I do love rap. But if you give me the choice for a fucking EDM thing or a rap festival, I'll go to the EDM thing all day of the fucking week.
You're speaking from a place of a basehead. You're biased.
Yes.
They're dudes who live and breathe rap. Why do you think,
yeah.
Why do you think rappers make their money touring? Because people love going to rap shows. So you are extremely biased.
Yeah. Fucking know if I'm biased. But that's why, like, in Australia...
I do love rap. Like, rap is my genre, but I can agree in terms of live shows that they're only going to get the Travis Scotts, the Denzel Currys, the hype rappers for a live, because you want a bit of what Iggy was saying, moving, dancing.
Yeah,
but if you get someone if someone's like hugging the mic and it's thousands of people and he's trying to
like
spit
singing
bars,
lullabies and shit.
You need hype rap. I agree.
Yes.
I agree. I prefer EDM live anyway.
Yeah.
But I'm just saying,
as a genre,
you know what I think about too. My boss at my work, he's like
he loves country or something.
No, he's like a scene kid, right? He's like
What's
an emo sort of kid, right? So he loves the heavy. He's always telling me every week he's going to these gigs and they're like rock heavy metal shit. So people love that too. You know, like, so there's different strokes for different folks. But yeah, I agree. I prefer EDM and I think it's a lot more fun for sure. But especially if you're a rapper, don't bring your sad shit to a live show, man.
That's
tear the roof off the fucking house.
Isn't that why rappers, not all rappers, but I mean, most rappers, would you think they try to have at least one party anthem song, right?
Yes.
You got to have at least one or a few. You should have a little EP of just
turn up shit. Yes,
you can play at a live event. Because you know what I mean. Like Travis Scott, he's rubbish live in terms of like. He's amazing at like his charisma, stage presence. Yes, but you're not looking for like vocals there. It's just him going, dancing. Denzel Curry's amazing performer, bro. He's like when he does sumo live, there's hype songs. Like he always has them.
Yeah, I agree, man. Like I've said this 1,000 fucking times, man. But like people, especially like rappers our age trying to make a name for themselves, everyone thinks every song's got to be this deep and meaningful.
Yeah, no.
None of us give a shit, man. No one gives a fuck. Not every song has to be this deep and meaningful story of you fucking traversing through the cosmos on your fucking paperback dragon. You know what I'm saying? No one gives a fuck, bro. Like, make some turn up shit, bro. Yes, every rapper should have that deep shit where you go, nah, fuck it, I'm in my feels right now. But then, all right, cool. Let it move on now. Let's do some fucking lit shit. I want to fucking do a song about smoking and jumping around. I'm going to do you know what I'm saying? Yeah. Everyone thinks that like they need this fucking crazy story, bro. When like I said, the second you guys all realize no one gives a fuck about your music, bro, is when you're going to make good music.
And I'll tell you the ones that can really like surpass everyone else are like the ones with that create, they get that big, they have aliases like Slim Shady, Kung Fu Kenny, K Dot, like they have different personas they embody,
different,
and that would help with the talking shit kind of aspect in terms of like those talk shit songs like you say, like it doesn't have to be deep, it could just be like fuck this bitch, this and that, blah blah blah. It's easy. Would you reckon it's easier to tap into when you can lean into like a character almost? You know what I mean? Because it doesn't 100%. Mean because then that gets rid of like a lot of people say, oh, are you rapping or capping, or in terms of like is what you rap about true? And it's like, but if you separate that and be like, make it known that it's like,
this is a character.
I'm not me, but and you lean in.
Be true. That thing is what gets me. People are like, oh, it's not true. Like you got all the drill rap. Like, oh, it's true, bro. You're rapping. It's a fucking character. You're playing. You're acting, man. Yeah. Rapping is acting, bro. Yeah, you can rap about what's real, and that's cool. But you're gonna run out of that shit eventually, bro. Yeah. You're gonna have to, you're rhyming words together. You're making shit up, man. And it's like, I seen how people get upset of Eminem, like Slim Shady old shit, right? And it's like they don't understand the genre. There's a genre of rap called horrorcore. And relapse is basically it's horrorcore, right? Yeah. Horrorcore is where they just say fucked up shit. Like, there's a dude who was signed to Tech Nine's label, Brother Lynch Hung. He has the wildest songs, like talking about fucking raping and eating people. Like his character was a cannibal. His character's a cannibal and he eats. Yeah. But it's a genre. Yeah. Like it's all fake. Yeah. You know what I mean? Well, you'd hope it's fake anyway. But yeah, rapping is bullshit, man.
Yeah, interesting, man. Interesting. And then we've got one called Triple J.
Yeah, I don't know, guys. It's a bit annoying, but Hopefully you guys will be doing festivals one day. You guys will be fucking headlining and shit. I don't care about all these big promoters, Triple J or whatever. Because I swear, Triple J, I don't know, you boys haven't talked about it much, but maybe you just can in this episode. And like, what are your thoughts actually on like Triple J and all these people behind the scenes that are looking down on people that are doing rap, like Cursor and stuff? He was doing all this stuff, but now like radio stations are playing drill music and stuff like that. But Cursor never got any of those radio plays or whatever, and he done it, and he's selling out. He's selling out CDs still, like, you know, it's incredible. So it doesn't faze me. It's just funny that they think it's some trend or whatever to use me as TikTok videos.
They're all ass. All those radio stations, all you pages, shit. You're all ass. All you that claim to be for the culture and all that shit, you're all ass.
Yeah, they're doing it for likes.
It's all about who's going to benefit my page the most. Who's going to give me this? You're all fucking ass, and then one day you're going to come crawling back up our asses, even though you snubbed us for fucking 10 years now. We've been doing this shit, and then one day, once they start seeing we've taken off, they're going to be like, oh, bro, you want to do this for my page? You want to send us a fucking... Fuck you all, man. You're all fucking bullshit. If you really enjoyed the culture, you would actually listen and pay attention to the people that are sending you shit and the people that are trying to build a buzz instead of just looking for the biggest guy to benefit your page. You know what I mean? If you really cared about underground rap and culture, you would look at that underground rap and culture, not just the next big guy. You know what I'm saying? Because there's a lot of talent out there that don't get played. They don't get airplay. They don't get noticed. They don't get nothing.
Yep.
And you're supposed to have a page that's dedicated to it.
If that continues, the quality can't really get as far. You know what I mean? You need to have people there that are like literally like trying to find like, you know, people that are good for the culture, not just like a one-hit wonder or like just a... You know how some people just trend, like a certain thing just trends, you know what I mean? Like it has to, you can't be like, I don't know, I was just thinking about it the other day. Do you know a guy like, get it how you live it? Do you reckon he's just going to be one of those ones that just made a song?
Yes. No, he's big in India though.
No, he's huge. Yeah, so I actually watched the interview on that guy, and he actually seems like a really cool dude. Like he's a fresh Indian. Like he's been making music for years just like us, but... And then that's what it was. It's a good. I should have linked you guys that fucking interview. It's a good interview because the interviewer asked him, goes, so when you were kind of doing your thing, like over the past couple of years, he goes, are you focusing on like actually making music or like performing? So obviously in India, he must be doing a lot of performances, right? As Hanuman Kind, right? And he literally says, he goes, man, fuck making music. He goes, bro, I just perform. He goes, any gig I could get. He goes, I don't care if it was like a little shitty bar, if there's only 10 people, 50 people. He goes, bro, you need to perform. So that's why, this is what I'm trying to say with the whole fucking turn up shit. That's why he goes, bro, I just make throwaways and I perform them live because I don't even release half my shit. But if you come to see me perform, you're going to hear all this crazy shit and the crowd, and then I pay attention to how receptive the crowd is. So the first 5 songs, how'd the crowd react? If they're fucking with it, then I might go back home and go, okay, you know what? These ones I'll work on, polish them up, and then release them. Or what about that song I played 10 minutes in? Not much reaction. The crowd was still bopping, so I'll kind of keep that on the back pedal. And I thought it was really interesting how he kind of viewed it as a different... He's kind of doing the opposite of what cunts in Sydney do or in Australia. In Australia, everyone wants to make the fucking next fucking never-ending story about their music, but no one focuses on the turn-up shit that when you play live, people are going to go, what the fuck is this shit?
Yeah.
He's doing the opposite. He's just making turn-up shit, not making any fucking deep and meaningful bullshit, and he's actually performing and turning the fuck up. And now... he made that fucking Big Dogs thing, and no doubt that's popped off on socials. That's good for him, you know? Like, I hope he made a fucking buck off that shit, because that shit was hard.
I don't know why. I just thought, I was thinking about it the other day, and I'm like, it's a good track, but I'm like...
It's simple. It's like nothing crazy.
Yeah. But I'm like, unless, even if he's big over India, and unless you've made it to, like, the westernized, like the US and Australia and all that, all these countries, like, you're not really... you can be big in India, but... Nah.
All these TikTok superstars, the average Joe's not going to listen to their next track.
Yeah.
Yes.
It's that one song and that's that one song. They might have a career off it, good for them, and like people will listen. Yeah. But the people who know that one song, they're not going to tune into the next song.
Yeah.
You know, it's all fleeting.
And then the last one, Anonymous.
Also, I wanted to share something. I have another, what's it called, glitch in the matrix. This actually happened to my dad when he was like, when he first came to Australia, all right? That was pretty weird. It was back in like early 80s, late 70s. So there was this, it was raining on one side of the street and one side of the street wasn't raining. Yeah, that would have been stupid weird. I've actually seen that happen to me before. It was a phenomenon. Like I said, one side of the street was raining and the other side of the street wasn't raining in the same suburb. It was very weird.
I mean,
and also with ghost stories, that same house, he would say there was like a room. Every time we go into that room, there used to be this creepy ass chair, and he would go into the room and it'll be just, just be weird vibes. And every time my auntie or whatever would sleep in that room, they could feel someone like next to them or whatever. It's just weird, man. And it was a very old house, and the bathroom was massive too. Anyways, yeah. Get your tickets to Synergy if it's not already happened by now. Yeah, Synergy.
Yes, sir.
Well, I guess the rain has to stop at some point, right?
Yeah, I swear I've seen that. Like,
you see like just little clouds in one area on the fucking.
It is trippy as though, like being at that point where it's just like.
Or when you're in a plane and you see it through the plane window, it's just like contained here.
Yeah,
it's just literally like.
Well, Shaman Raz.
Missed a week. Must have been busy.
He dropped the ball. He's out doing gay shit.
Yep. That shit will take a lot out of you.
So it looks like it's, again, Zexa, Meg. The commie has actually been the most consistent, I think. The commie's not missed a beat the past couple months. The communist. He's too busy trying to take over Russia or something. So,
Reddit.
Does that mean we go to...
Welcome to the Reddit Corner.
Well.
It is time. So, guys, for this episode, because we're using my mobile phone as a camera, look at the quality. So, yes, the whole time I've been wearing frog eyes, not frog ears.
Frogs don't have ears.
But because that camera's so shit, it looks like a pixelated green ball in that. But on that, you can actually see the eyeballs.
You're a spastic, bro.
Dude. Fuck yeah. Yes,
so
where'd you get these hats from, man?
Stolen from a park
I look
bench.
like a Down syndrome bee.
Yours are a different shape every time.
Yeah, every time. Like, I feel like my eyes it looks like eyes as well. Too far apart.
So, for this week, I'm going to sacrifice my Reddit corner. I did have a couple of ones saved, and I can't remember them. I'm not going to try remember them because I don't want to butcher them. They were pretty funny. But I'm using my phone as a recording thing.
What's the theme for the Reddit?
So for this week's Reddit Corner segment, I chose, right, what is the best or favorite? What is your the best or most funny insult you've ever heard?
Yeah.
There was a fair few of these.
There's a lot. I had a few.
There was a lot.
I had a few.
Yeah, I only got a couple, but I'm doing something a little different for this Reddit corner because in related news, what we were talking about earlier, the KSI song, right? The KSI released this song. It's not bad, but it's just a meme.
Yeah.
And I was laughing so hard that the one guy who liked it, his name was Nico30, right? And he did like a great reaction, and KSI reacted to it, and KSI was like, because he's so like, he's kid friendly and like cringe, and this guy's like bopping, and KSI's like embarrassed that he's loving the song so much. And then he saw KSI reacting to it and started hating on it. And started hating on KSI again. He's one supporter. He's one.
KSI turned him against him.
But yeah, anyway, so in light of that, I went on the YouTube video, and the comments are fucking so funny. I was like, oh my god.
I haven't heard it. Was it just a trash song?
It's just like cringe. A Disney song.
It's like cringe. Like it's not bad. It's not terrible, but
I almost want to sacrifice this week's monetization just so I can show you it live.
Yeah, I'll definitely get it.
From the string, from the king to the pen. Okay, I'm going to show you after. It's fucking funny. It's fucking funny.
But the comments, yeah.
And he did it as a piss take, clearly.
No, I don't think so.
Well, actually, no, here's the thing, right? Here's the thing.
Now he's playing it up, though.
Everyone seems to forget the one thing about KSI is he is a YouTube marketing genius. This is the same guy who faked beef with his best friends, the Sidemen. They all faked beef for months for views. So I would not be surprised if he intentionally made a corny-ass Disney-themed song, got all his homies together and gone, hey, this is kind of ass, eh? And they've all gone, yeah, dude, like, you could probably do heaps better. And then he's gone, sweet, released it, the end of the day, it's all publicity, bro. Because I've been like keeping up with your socials now just to see the reaction from the song and shit. So I wouldn't put like I said, these YouTubers,
they're smart.
Above everything else other than entertainment, these guys are marketing geniuses. They know how to market to the younger Gen Z, Gen Alpha, and all them fucking losers, and they nitpick at them and they get reactions. That's what they're doing. They're trying to get reactions. We're the opposite. We suck at marketing, but we're actually making good content. But you understand? They do the opposite. Their marketing's top tier. They got money and shit for it.
I have seen him reacting to all the TikToks now. That's like his new thing. Like he's reacting to people hating on it. So it's like he's playing it up.
Of course.
But yeah, so my Reddit comments, my insults are going to be from this song. From they're fucking, some cunts are so clever, man, with this shit they say. You got the first one to kick it off, though?
Oh, yeah. Your mother fucks for bricks so she can build your sister a whorehouse.
Fuck. My favourite one is calling someone a fat, skinny cunt.
Yeah, bro.
You fat, skinny Conor McGregor. God, Nate Diaz, a fat, skinny cunt. A fat, skinny prick.
Oh, yeah.
Fuck, I laughed so hard during that interview. Like, shut up, you fat, skinny cunt.
The first comment I saw when I opened this video was, honestly, if it had a different beat, different melody, different lyrics, different sound effects, different artists, different theme, different messages, and a different genre, it could have gone hard. Everything in the song changed.
You see the video where it's like KSI's song actually sounds fire like this and it's the audio's muted? It's just the fucking... We really need to show this cunt. I don't want to...
We'll show.
I don't want to sacrifice monetization.
I can play, but...
We'll cut it out.
Cut it out, but yeah, just...
All right, we'll cut this part out, right? Beep.
Wow, that's some corny shit.
Yeah, it's just super corny.
We come back, right? So it's corny as shit, but it's not that bad. Like,
no, it's not.
No.
It is a Disney song.
It's a meme, though.
Have you seen when Kai Cenat plays a Disney movie and then he mutes it and plays the song and it's like the guy on the scooter? Like,
I mean, he's
in the ice when he's in the ice. It looks like he's
Kai Cenat. Oh, fucking hell.
Oh, what an idiot.
What was some of the other comments?
This says, bro, this song saved my life. I used to only have suicidal thoughts, but after hearing this song, I now have a full-on plan.
Did you see?
I'm gonna play this song at a party when I want everyone to leave. Like playing this at my funeral so everyone gets jealous of me being the one inside the coffin. Bro, this is fire. Extinguish it. God-given talent. Please give it back to God. Give it back to God. Oh, fucking hell.
Holy shit, man. The internet is savage, bro.
Ruthless.
It's a savage place.
Bro gave deaf people a reason to be happy.
Bro, you see the video of the guy in the wheelchair? It's like KSI, it's a miracle I can walk again. He's in a wheelchair, the song plays, and he gets up and turns it off and gets back in his chair.
Oh, man. I mean, he's smart though. If he's doing a Disney song,
Someone says this song didn't release; it escaped.
The poor cunt, bro. The poor, and then he's in the video of his brother Deji reacting to it.
Yeah,
he's instantly just cracking up. He's like, "Fuck, this is corny." Poor cunt. Look, man, KSI, if you somehow
ring to the what is it?
To the ring from the pen. Look, if you listen to this KSI somehow. We don't hate you.
It's just funny, man.
It's just funny, bro.
KSI cooked and gave us food poisoning.
It's not that bad, bro. Like, I'm not going to lie. The first couple times I heard it, I was kind of bopping, but then it's the goofy guitar that throws me off. Bing. It sounds like the Reddit Corner intro.
I'm setting this as my alarm so I'll wake up before it.
This is how the story goes.
Welcome to the Reddit Corner.
There's not a good comment on it.
Yeah, I know.
Every single comment.
How many dislikes has it got compared to likes?
Can you even see dislikes anymore?
No, I think they got rid of it.
Okay.
But apparently, though, I was also seeing, this is also slightly off topic from the Reddit Corner, but I was also seeing apparently KSI was involved with some dramas with some guy called Dan TDM.
Yeah, I don't know what
they were having social media beef, so I reckon the masses have now come together and gone, bro, this guy's hating on this other guy for no reason. So KSI was hating on this other guy, and now Gen Alpha and Gen Z have banded together and they're like, fuck KSI.
Yeah, true.
Saying, socials are ruthless, bro. Read some more of your ones, Joey K.
You're kind of like Rapunzel, except instead of letting down your hair, you let down everyone around you.
Shit. Okay. I'm trying to remember one of mine.
Yeah,
there's an insult in Telugu, which is an Indian language, which goes, "I'll plant a mango tree in your mother's cunt and fuck your sister in its shade." Oh. And apparently, the same insult exists in Turkish too, but the tree is a pine tree, and you can change sister with the recipient of that insult.
Oh, that's ruthless.
Yeah,
I like that.
I mean, anything that is like harsh and off the beaten path a bit, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Usually there's those, your mum jokes are like crazy original, right? Remember back in school, if anyone
was your mum,
if anyone was
it's always your mum.
Yeah, like at Dom's, right? I know at Dom's, if someone found out your sister's or your mum's name,
oh yeah,
you were gone.
Yeah.
You were gone.
Yeah.
That's like my sister picks me up from sport one afternoon, and my mates literally run over and be like, "Oh, hey, how are you? I'm whatever." She's like, "I'm Hannah." Oh, Hannah!
Hannah! I'm like, you knew like game over.
Fuck yeah.
All right.
I'm trying to look at some now. There's so many fucking threads on this.
I'm trying to think, what have I been called as an insult? I can't remember. What have I called someone? I told an old man I was going to knock his head off his shoulders. But in my defense, though, his dog attacked my dog.
Oh, okay.
And he had his dog off lead, which pissed me off because you should always have your dogs on lead.
Yeah, true.
But I was in a fit of rage.
Yeah.
That's what I didn't like. I had no control.
Yeah.
But that's the thing that's hilarious is that in that state of rage, I didn't call him like a cunt or nothing. I said, I'm going to knock your head off your shoulders.
Yeah.
And then after I said it, I was like, fuck, that was cringe.
This comment says, "You look easy to draw."
It's just like a basic ass face, like eyes, nose, fucking.
Some of these are just cringe though. Some people just
I'm trying to remember one of mine.
Find a good one.
Oh,
I found one. 16-year-old me trying to convince my dad to take me and my friends to see American Pie. Dad says, "So what's it about?" And he's like, "A group of high school friends trying to lose their virginity." And his dad's like, "I can see that staying at home."
This guy says, "I heard a guy tell another guy his mum's face looked like the back of his nutsack."
Oh my god!
the back of the nutsack.
Not even the front.
I didn't even think I've seen the back of my nutsack.
The back would be way worse than the front.
That's where all the fluff and the cheese is. Hidden there. I don't remember one of mine so bad. Fuck.
I feel like when I was younger, it wouldn't be specific insults, but it would just be like, bro, you know when you're younger and you're just like, the way you process anger, for me, it would be like if I got mad, swearing would be like coming to me.
Yeah.
They'd be like, fucking dick shit, fucker. Like I just string slurs, anything together. And sometimes it would be like,
they're the
funny.
best ones, but
yeah,
like,
you little
fat curly headed fucking ugly cunt.
Yeah, ugly cunt.
Ugly cunt's the best.
Yeah, ugly cunt, yeah.
Fucking ugly cunt.
That's what I do when I'm driving and then like someone's like staring at me while I'm driving and I just like wonder with them like, fuck, you're ugly. Keep driving. Like, you're fucking.
They can't hear like, what? Say it again.
Yeah. I just keep driving. Drive off. Fucking his big Islander dad comes running out the front. Like, fuck, man. I'm trying to remember
Like you hear so much shit, but it's just like fucking.
Well, the best to ever do it is Gordon Ramsay, right?
Oh yeah.
Like,
Shit
he's the best to ever do it.
Yeah. And McGregor, Conor McGregor.
Yeah,
he was great.
Yeah,
he was fucking great.
I always laugh at the Conor McGregor interview. He was so quick and witty, man.
Yeah. He was
doing they asked if some of you want to count to 10 or something. And he's
Nate can't count to 10,
and Nate can only count to 5.
He's like, go on, count to 10.
In the interview where they go, all right, we're gonna ask you guys a couple of questions about money, and Conor McGregor starts cracking up and goes, "I'll take it from here, Nate. Go get me a coffee." And you see Nate Diaz going red with anger. He's like, oh, like
he's like a caveman too. He's the funniest cunt to insult. Like he's just like a banana head.
Yeah, he just knows how to talk with his fist.
Yeah. Oh,
and Conor just like he knows how to get people fired up. And it's so annoying because I feel like with him, I know this is off topic, but like he created that whole talk shit.
Yeah,
100%.
He gave
just insults.
He gave UFC that WWE element,
and then
it become fun and entertainment. Before it was just fucking two juice heads fucking fighting.
And like he was fighting for years, but as a UFC fan, like selfishly, obviously, he's like he won 100 mil in one fight against fucking Floyd Mayweather. Of course, he's like woke up to himself and was like,
"Fuck,
I don't really want to get punched in the face."
Yeah.
Like, he's obviously one of the best to ever do it. Like if you're ever in the UFC, even if you're not in your prime anymore, which I don't think he is, obviously.
Nah.
I don't think he can ever get to what he was. But you can't take away from him what he did to the sport
for the sport,
and just that those insults, those slurs, like that's not just like an Irish thing because the Irish are pretty good at that. It's a it's like a universal thing. Yeah. Like even taking the piss out of your mates, even you know what I mean. Like that's why with these, like there's so many in there in a vault because that's like, and I don't know, Aussie culture's the same. You know what I mean? Taking the piss.
Aussies are good at it, man.
Yeah,
we are.
But I've seen a few English people on TikTok being like, I just got back from Australia and I couldn't really connect with any of them. Like they don't like the banter. Oh, they don't like fucking. They don't know how to. And I'm like, and I remember being like, my comment thing was on, and I'm like, but I'm like, leave it, whatever. He probably likes Yorkshire pudding, so leave it.
You know, I do see a lot of funny videos from the UK,
but if anything, I thought UK and Aussie, I thought our chat and our banter was the most similar.
No, it is. So at Rampage, me and. Who the fuck? I think it was me and Diamond. We went for a wander to the toilet. And of course, I was fucking drunk as shit, right? I was fucking sideways. We ended up seeing a table across, right? And it was just like these blokes, like there was like 8 or 9 of them. They were just staring at us. And I just pointed at them and then they all pointed at us. And they were like, come here. And then we come across and then they were like, they were English. They're like, are you blokes fucking Aussie? Like, I'm not going to attempt to do their fucking accent. Like, are you blokes fucking Aussie? And we're like, yeah. I was like, are you cunts English? And they're like, yeah. We all just started cheering shit. And then me and Diamond sat down with them for like a solid 40 minutes and we're just drinking and talking. And then we were dead set talking like they were Aussies, but they just had that fucked up accent. Yeah. And we're like bantering and shit with each other.
That's that guy that progressively got drunker. I remember you seeing him. Wasn't that the big guy? And he was like, didn't he get progressively more drunk and he didn't stop drinking?
And one of the nights he was dressed as a fucking can of baked beans or some shit. And then I found him the next night. Yeah. There was that group of mates. They were really cool. They were really, really cool. And I remember when we were there one of the mornings, I think it was like the first morning, there was these cunts being loud as fuck. You could just hear them, but you couldn't see them. And we're like, these cunts are English, and you just see them like a mob of them. And the thing with these English cunts too, they never have any women with them. There's always just
the boys.
There's always just the boys, but there's a lot of them. And you just see them coming like a fucking herd of hippos, and they were just on the piss at like 9 a.m. Yeah. They even were on the piss before us. And we usually like to rip in early. Like we were doing the whole, all right, let's eat first and then get on it. These motherfuckers got the beers first, and then they went to go get food. And I looked at them, I'm like, fuck, these guys beat us. I was like, damn it. And then you just see them, they're fucking necking beers and shit. I'm like, well, funny cunts, bro.
What goes up must come down. That's the good hair of the dog method. But the second day drinking, if you're doing that, it's very hard to maintain that. That 4-day festival Rampage was another level.
Remember when I was leaving the 4th day, I was like vomiting. I was like vomiting up green shit. I was that fucked. Fucking good times. So, do you have any more insults or no?
No, not really.
Fuck, I wish I had my phone. I had heaps.
Did you?
But the things we sacrificed to bring you guys this top quality. The whole time DZ was wearing a cat in the hat.
And it's still recording as well.
Yeah, still going. In the other camera, DZ looks like he's fucking wearing a sock on his head.
News you can trust. The news you can trust. Only believe what we say.
So, I got to try to remember my points off the top of my head. I only had a few, right? So let's try to...
There's quite a lot of news going on.
There's a lot of shit happening. I'll bring up the bear and the elephant, which is Florida.
Hurricanes.
So, what I've gathered... look, what's happening over there is tragic and it's very fucked up. But unfortunately, I don't believe a fucking thing these cunts are saying on TikTok because you can't believe anything on TikTok. So, what I'm gathering is... They got pumped by Hurricane Helene like last week.
Yeah.
And then now Hurricane Milton's should be hitting as we speak. And it's apparently the second biggest recorded hurricane in human history. Apparently.
The second biggest?
Yes, the second biggest ever recorded.
Yeah, well, you see
the biggest was it Katrina?
Katrina.
No, Katrina was quite small, like compared to this. Like Katrina, I don't think Katrina's the biggest.
What was the biggest one?
I don't remember. Oh, there was one called in the Philippines. It was called.
It killed like 200,000 people.
The
or something.
Philippines. It was called.
Also, it wasn't America. Okay.
No, it was. Fuck. Yep. It has like a cute name, like a weird name.
And
Hurricane Dang Yao.
It's called fuck. I wish I could remember.
Hurricane Balbuns. Did you see though that prison? They're not releasing.
Yeah.
They're not releasing those prison inmates.
Apparently, this is
they're probably safer in there than.
No, because apparently one of the hurricanes a couple of years ago that was big.
Katrina.
Apparently, like 500 inmates drowned.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yes, that's why everyone's umming and ahhing. And have you seen all these motherfuckers leaving their pets behind?
Yeah.
Oh, the biggest hurricane. Typhoon Tip, which occurred in 1979. At its peak, Typhoon Tip had a diameter of over 1,380 miles, 2,220 kilometers, and wind speeds reaching up to 190 miles per hour, 305 kilometers an hour. This massive storm caused significant damage, including landslides and flooding, particularly in Japan. So Typhoon Tip, yeah, that was the name.
Wow.
And I seen in Florida a video of all the hurricane, the house is all flooded and shit. They go in the kitchen, turn on the light. There's a fucking crocodile inside the fucking
a fucking
kitchen.
gator, yeah.
How do you get that out?
Yeah.
That's crazy.
And there's this guy as well that he has a blue tick on his name on TikTok, so he must be somewhat famous.
Someone.
Yeah. We gotta listen to this guy.
But he's like, they're like, hey, this news reporter's like, so I hear you're being told by authorities that you should leave, evacuate, but you're bunkering down. And he's like, yeah, he's in a kayak in his house, and he's like, the house is all shut, all the doors, but it's slowly filling up. And he's like, yeah, I keep checking on the weather and to see if like this is like acting like he's lived there. I lived here my whole life, so I've seen this before, blah blah. And it's like, bro, get out. He's literally in his living room floating while like
in a kayak.
Yeah, the light switches are like maybe a meter away from being flooded, so the electric will be gone. And he's just he's not fleeing.
But he's got a blue tick, so he's probably doing it for clout. I like it. If we have to listen to this guy. It's like,
he's got a blue tick.
Let's see what Ja Rule thinks. I don't want to dance. I'm scared to death. But they're doing a mandatory evacuation in some parts. And if you look, have you seen the traffic, man? Like trying to get out of fucking. Yeah, it's crazy. Yeah. It's fucking pretty scary.
Man, look, we know we give Americans a lot of shit on this show, but. You know,
they deal with a lot of fucked up shit, man.
Stay safe, man. We hope everyone gets out safely.
Yeah.
The ecosystem over there is fucking nuts.
And then to juggle alligators,
as if you wouldn't move to here. We don't get hurricanes. We don't get sandstorms. We don't get gators coming in the kitchen.
And even if there was,
we just get 40-degree days.
Yeah. If there was a hurricane here, you'd have a bunch of koala bears stranded, kangaroos.
Queensland gets them.
Oh, yeah, true.
But have they ever got in Australia anything like above a Cat 2 or 3?
The Cyclone Yasi and all that shit, remember?
They were big?
They were pretty big ones, yeah, man.
Yeah, right.
But speaking on the weather, did you see as well at the same time in Iceland, the volcano eruption? They had the sirens going off and shit, the big volcanic eruption. And the Sahara is flooding at the same time.
Oh shit, the desert?
Yeah, in the middle of the desert. Hasn't happened for years. They're saying they haven't had that much rainfall in such a short time in over 30 years.
Wow.
And some people think it might be the second moon that we've got, but I don't think
making all the gravitational shit.
It's too small though. I don't think that's true.
How does that work? Their theory that a second moon.
Well, because did you hear that we had a second moon temporarily orbiting Earth?
So can you see it?
No, not without a telescope.
Okay.
So, and another thing, the Star of David apparently is appearing in the sky. Some new bright star that is like a Bible prophecy, and everyone's freaking out about this super bright star they can see in the sky, which is
it's probably just
the Star of David, which is like a prophecy, end time prophecy sort of thing, supposedly.
You can name anything in the sky, right?
Well, that's in the Sahara things, the videos of the Sahara flooding. People were saying this is a Bible prophecy, isn't this a prophecy of the end times? And in the caption, it literally says it hasn't happened in 30 years. So I commented, I said, was it a prophecy 30 years ago when it happened as well? Like, we're still here. Yeah. But with the moon thing, people think because the moon controls the tides, right? Yeah. So like, people think maybe if there's another thing that could fuck up the gravity, maybe fuck up the weather.
That makes sense.
Yeah, See, but it's too small. The moon's too small.
Doesn't matter though. That to me makes sense. You got 2 moons now jacking us off and just fucking making shit erupt.
I feel like it's not big enough to make a difference though. It maybe. I don't know. Could be wrong. But
I don't know, man.
It's pretty small.
I like that. That to me makes sense.
Because it's a kind of plausible answer. It's not just like
pulled out of your ass.
Yeah.
I'm a Scientologist at this point.
There's a lot of weather going on though. A lot of weird weather stuff. So. Like that hurricane, like you said, they had fucking. This is Milton, right? They had Helene just.
It's like last week. Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
And then if you look at how they spread in the Gulf, it like died down and came back and
like apparently I was seeing TikToks of like this weather dude, like a meteorologist, whatever the
crying
fuck they're called.
and shit.
He was crying and shit because he's like, holy fuck! He's like, we're about to get fucking belted.
And did you see the mayor of one of the counties in Florida or something was saying, if you don't evacuate, you are going to die?
And they're saying to put
that's what she said.
Write your names on your arm and shit.
They're just scaring
when we find your body. I don't know, man. Like, I'd be, like I said, man, PC, Chloe, dogs, dog food. Don't worry about food for me. That's it. Get in the fucking car.
Where would you go? Where's the safest place? Like
the next state over, wouldn't it? Or just somewhere out.
No, but like say you had to withstand it. What sort of building? Like where do you go?
Yeah, see, that's another thing, right? So I was seeing this dude on TikTok, right, where he's documenting his like life during Hurricane Milton because he's not leaving. And the reason he's not leaving is because he lives in apartment buildings and he's on the top floor. And I was like, can you imagine the building sway?
Yeah.
You would get that would I think the anxiety
it's more reason to leave.
I'd be out of there real quick. But he's like, nah, he goes, I'm safe up here. But I'm like, okay, you're safe, but like so obviously the bottom floor, maybe the first 3 floors might flood. So he eats, but
but at least if it falls, he's not falling to his. He could still die, but like it's falling down in the water, right? Is that
true.
better?
But you could drown though.
I mean, I don't think it'll fall. Like it's pretty hurricane proof over there, right?
Yeah, they reckon. Yeah, that's what he said. That's what he said on TikTok. Apparently, the windows are all like hurricane proof and wind proof and yada yada yada.
That's still scary though.
Yeah, right. You're relying on nature to go. Yep. The glass is all good.
Yeah, I'd be out of there real quick, bro. Because have you seen TikToks on like skyscrapers in New York and shit? The buildings sway.
Yeah, they're built to sway. They're supposed to sway.
They're supposed to sway in the wind for
fucking
safety.
Terrifying.
That's what I'm saying. And, like there's a video of someone uploaded a video on TikTok. She lives like in one of the top buildings in New York, and she goes, "I actually want to move out because this is so scary." And she's in the pool, and she's filming it. The building is swaying so much that the pool is got waves.
Wow.
It's going and it's splashing out of the pool. And she's going, this is actually fucked. Like she's like, I'm anxious all the time. And I was like, fuck that.
Fuck that, man.
So living the penthouse on the top floor of a building actually isn't fucking cool. It's just everything's fucking to one side of the room.
It is until there's a hurricane.
Yeah. Scary. Well, yeah.
You got something, Joey?
Yeah, I got in the a tarantula in the Peruvian Amazon was affected by a real-life zombie fungus. Researcher Chris Catola identified the cause of death as cordyceps, the notorious fungus that inspired, obviously, The Last of Us.
Yep.
The fungus is known to take control over the host, as we know, take over its nervous system, manipulating its mind and movements. Chris said, and I quote, "It took over this tarantula's nervous system and forced him out to this part of the forest." And it was him, like, the tarantula just stopped moving and he's in the forest and he's all orange and got all, like, sprouting. It looks exactly like in the movies,
like
right?
Last of Us, yeah.
And then as he died, the fungus sprouted out of his body, allowing the spores to then spread to another unsuspected tarantula.
Oh, shit.
And apparently it's very rare, though, that this fungus affects things with somewhat consciousness, you know what I mean? Like a spider has consciousness, right? But it's like a tarantula, it's very rare for that to happen.
Oof. It's usually ants. I've seen it a lot with ants, right? Like
something small, but like tarantula's quite bigger, right? It was kind of eerie because you see this tarantula kind of give up on life and just like this, and then it goes, and it's like, but apparently it was like just had control over it. it's not a normal. It looked like a cross between a lobster, like the color,
Yeah.
and a fucking tarantula. It was weird.
It's like that's from The Last of Us. That's the most plausible.
That's the most
zombie.
that's the most
scenario.
realistic. Yes,
Because
yes.
that's a real thing. Like
Yeah.
and it
can happen.
It's like the ones with the cats. The cats carry a bacteria or something called toxoplasmosis, right? And they make you. So if you hang around your cat a lot, you start to like cats. Like this thing gets inside you when you clean the cat's shit. It makes you like cats, right? So then you get the way it works. It can only breed. So what it does, it gets in rats, I think, or something.
Yeah,
and
but it can only be passed through rats or some shit.
It makes the rats go out into the open so the cats catch them.
Yeah.
Then it gets in the cats, and then it gets in the cat shit. Where you clean your cat shit, it goes in you and makes you love cats and want to be around cats. So then you go around your cat, and it can go back and reproduce and shit. Like it's wild. Like
How does that relate to rats again?
Because the rats carry it.
Yeah, the rats carry it.
The rats carry it,
and then
but the cats catch it from the rats, or some shit along those lines.
yeah, something like that. But
Just like apparently, this is old as info. Apparently, there is some type of like zombie rabies disease that we could catch, but the only way it's like multiple animals pass it to each other before it could get to a human. So obviously, it never gets to a human because it dies by the last host. But there is something that can get passed around like 4 different animals, and if it for whatever reason did get to a human, you'd literally turn into like a fucking something with rabies.
Yeah.
Well, this kind of ties into one of my points anyway. Scientists uncover 1,700 ancient virus species in the Himalayas. So about 3/4 of the species are new to science, and the discovery was made in the ice cores extracted from the Galia Glacier on the Tibetan Plateau, which span 41,000 years of history. They say the viruses discovered do not infect humans.
Ooh.
But they don't know really. Like, how confident are they? They've uncovered 1,700 new viruses to science. Like they've never encountered these.
And that's so much. But is that like
Frozen in the ice, like ancient viruses that cavemen would have been catching and shit? Like
one of them had to have been like old school AIDS.
And you know they're the hard, they're the hard ones. Yeah, they're looking at you through the ice. Like,
the two first gay cavemen just spread all their shit to every other country.
Yeah,
and then that's come down the line to AIDS.
But that's a genuine fear too. Like, what if with they say as well with climate change or whatever, the ice melts and then
all that shit,
something comes out that we've never experienced before, and it's like a zombie fucking thing, you know?
Like I said, I'm ready, man. I'm all for it. I've got my plan.
I got no plan. I'm that kind of guy that thinks he's got a plan, and then I panic. I panic under pressure situations, bro. I'll be like, I've watched all of Walking Dead, and I can't figure out where to go first.
Nah, I've got my plan, bro. I'm ready.
I was driving next to. I was just thinking, this is random but I was thinking about what kind of zombie apocalypse vehicle I'd go for, and then I immediately thought back to last week when on the M4 on the on ramp where there's a light. I seen this Indian guy. Nothing to do with the story. Not that that doesn't matter, but he's next to me in this little car. I don't know what it was because I'm not good with cars. It was like a little sports car, and it had the most ugliest, obnoxious spoiler. About ready? The boot is here. It's like that high, that wide, that fat, and the wheels, it was so low. I don't know why cars do this, but the wheels, when you looked at it from behind, were out like that a bit to make it sit.
I hate that.
To make it sit lower.
Yeah.
And he was like, and I'm like, and I'm literally looking at this guy. I took a photo on my phone. I can show you. I literally took a photo of this guy's spoiler because I could not believe it.
I never got the spoiler thing. Back, snip. Another thing I saw, did you see, so apparently the West Australia government wants to try taking out words like boomer and millennial to stop ageism.
Ageism?
Yeah,
what?
like, bro,
Fuck the lot of you, man.
Bro, what is wrong with yous, man? Like, fuck, I thought all Australians, I thought all hard-skinned fucking, you know. You want to get rid of people getting offended from fucking being called a boomer. Are you serious?
What the hell's a boomer?
Old people, like baby boomer, old generation. The fucking hard times create hard men. Hard men create easy times create soft men create hard times.
Yes.
We're in that soft man,
yes.
hard times phase.
We're making shit hard for ourselves.
That's why everything's so fucked up, because everyone's so soft and everyone's a pussy, man. Grow a bit of thick skin.
Everyone's
you're offended because of your someone's calling you fucking a boomer or a millennial. Like, what the hell, man? It's like that shit where they try to change shit in schools so the fucking furries and that don't get offended. Like, come on, man.
I call cunts old timers.
Oh, fucking hell.
Most of them don't mind it. And you get the one guy who's like, what?
I'm not that old.
You are. You're an old timer, mate.
I feel like a lot of people should just embrace the age. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like it's kind of like, well, I'm here
It's
now.
inevitable.
It's just the reality of like, I'm going to be dead soon. So why do I give a fuck? You know what I mean? Not soon, but like, I don't know. I feel like you become more aware of your own mortality the older you get, and maybe hopefully more accepting of it. So when some people like way younger than you, right, who don't know shit, they're dick from their asshole, right? They're just like calling you a millennial or a boomer, this and that. It's like, who the fuck cares, bro? It's like, you know what I mean? I don't know.
How are they going to change that? And I guess similar, like
Is that always going to be the label? Like, are we eventually going to be boomers, or is it going to change?
No. We stay as we're millennial. We're millennial. I can't even say that word.
So we'll never eventually be
baby boomers is that's their generation. It's like generation Alpha.
They die with it.
What years does that? Do you know what years that falls under?
After the war.
It was like 1700s to like 1999.
No, it's not. It's the 60s, like the 60s to like the 80s or some shit.
Oh, okay.
And then we're millennials. People under us are Gen Z. Some Gen Z are cool.
We're Gen Z.
It's Gen Alpha.
You're just a.
I'm a millennial.
Just a millennial.
Yeah.
You're a millennial too. I think like 98, which is where I was born.
You're a Gen Z.
It's Gen Z. Yeah.
But it's the cunts under you. Who are they? Gen Alpha.
Gen Alpha.
They're the fucking spastics. I'm telling ya.
Gen Alpha.
People my age are almost pretty much millennials.
Yeah, you're basically a millennial.
Because millennial Gen Z's like 98 to like 2000 and fucking 8 or something. Like.
Who the fuck makes these names? Also,
I don't know.
I think they did on TikTok.
Like, Gen Alpha, millennials.
Right, you ready for this? This is going to go viral. So I watched Blink twice. Have you seen that?
No, but that's next on our watch list.
What a movie! Can I talk about it? Nah, can't now if you haven't seen it.
What's it about?
It's good, man. What a movie.
Can you talk about it without talking about it, or is that going to be no point?
What's the premise? What is it about? I don't know anything about.
So Channing Tatum's in it. It's actually directed by his missus. She's also got a little cameo in the movie. Great movie. It's about a millionaire and then there's this chick and her friend. They're working at this like catering. They're doing a catering event for this millionaire. And then the millionaire and the chick end up like hitting it off. And then the millionaire invites her and the friend back to his island. That's all I can really say without ruining the rest of the movie.
Well, and it's just basically just the Epstein shit.
Basically. It's done really fucking
I love how he's like, I won't say anything. It's
like a premise of that.
That's pretty obvious what it's about.
Yeah. If a rich guy takes you to the island, and if it's anything that we've learned about movies, movies take bits of fact and embellish them.
All right, you've got till next week to watch it. Next week, this will go viral.
Yeah.
You watch. This will be one of my viral clips again. It's a good.
Well, now you've said that, it probably won't.
Nah, it will. Wait, you got till next week. Otherwise, next week I'm going to.
I'll watch it this weekend.
Fuck it, it's done so well. It's such a good. Don't get me wrong. It kind of started slow, and I was like, this isn't gonna get like. This is like kind of.
Is Channing Tatum good in it?
Oh, he's great. He's an actor.
He's great. Eh?
What an actor, bro. He plays it so well. That like the rich millionaire. Fuck, he does it good, bro. Right, boys. We'll save this topic for next week when Joey K watches it.
Yeah.
Fuck, what a movie, man. What a good movie. I mean, even Chloe was like, "Fuck yeah, that was sick."
Out of 10.
Oh, that for me, that's a solid like 9.2 out of 10.
Oh, nice.
That was probably the best movie I've seen in a long time. Long time. It was just simple. And it ties in with this whole Diddy bullshit. Like, it's great. Did you see apparently also too the Joker 2 has been rated the worst movie of the year?
Yeah. Apparently it's a musical or whatever.
Yeah. It's a musical. Yeah. No one likes it.
Are you going to watch it?
Yeah, I'll watch it still.
Fuck no.
I'm not going to watch it. I know how it ends, and people don't like the ending.
I know how it ends. Yeah.
I think it sounds like a cool ending to me. I think it's cool. I think that's a good idea. But
I wonder how Lady Gaga goes in it.
Apparently she sucks.
Really?
From what I hear, yeah. Apparently she's ruined the movie. People are saying.
No, I've seen two.
It's hard though.
I've seen that she's really good, and then I've seen that it's bad.
Is it one of those things where like it's just perspective, like what you're into, or is there too many resounding no's? This is shit. Like,
nah, it's like there's a lot of.
It's pretty unanimous. Okay. Yeah,
I'm seeing like you see TikToks of people like leaving the cinema and shit. Like it's that bad. Yeah.
I've never left a cinema before it's ended. Have you left? Have you ever left a cinema?
No, dude.
I feel like that's so like stomping your foot and being like, I'm gonna let everyone know that I'm.
I feel like we're lucky though. I feel like the movies that we had growing up were fucking crazy.
Yeah, that's
Pirates
true.
of the Caribbean and all that shit. Like, come on, man. That
Harry
Potter, fucking Lord of the Rings, bro. I might watch that tonight, actually.
Yeah, I'm just about to start the third movie because I'm on up to the third book in the Audible. And then I got 2 free credits on Audible. So now I've got the first Harry Potter book. I'm going to go through those. And that's about it.
Yeah.
And I got this other self-help book, but I'll get to that later.
Piss.
I have more fun reading anything fiction. I realize my brain tends to lean toward.
Yeah.
Like, don't get me wrong. I need some like, inner help books.
Yeah.
Will never go astray, right? But
Nah, I love the fantasy shit.
it keeps you on the edge of your seat a little
Bro,
bit.
dragons, fucking dwarves, elves fucking riding fucking...
Have you watched Lord of the Rings? Are you up to date with the Lord of the Rings? The Rings. Oh, have you watched the Rings of Power?
I mean, inside it, no. I've been told by like 3 people now to fucking... So I'm going to give
There's
it a crack.
just so much to watch nowadays.
Yeah.
Like, we're spoiled for choice.
That's what I'm saying.
Like, is Foxtel still even a thing anymore?
I don't think so. No, actually, no. I'm pretty sure my in-laws still watch Foxtel and shit. So I feel like boomers would love their Foxtel still.
Yeah, true.
But then in saying that too, my in-laws love Netflix as well.
You can't not hop on board. Like, when it comes to streaming.
Bro, I'm telling you, I reckon by the time we have kids, there's going to be, maybe even grandkids, there'll be no more cable TV except for the news. I feel like the news will never go away because that's like our government's propaganda. But I feel like surely, even maybe when we got like grandkids or our kids, surely it will be just news channels.
Yeah.
No more like cable, and then everything's a streaming service. But you can still purchase like channel 9, 10, whatever for the news, and that's it.
Do you think Netflix is definitely the highest like purchased streaming service?
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah, it'd have to be. It'd have to be.
What do you reckon is the second?
Stan.
Amazon, maybe.
Amazon Prime, maybe.
I've got to get this up.
Can we get a bit of an AI?
Disney Plus, maybe.
Yeah, Disney Plus. Yeah, Disney Plus.
Ooh, okay. Guess the order.
Top 3. Netflix, Disney Plus.
Go top 3.
Netflix, Disney Plus, Stan.
I'm going to go Netflix, Disney Plus, Amazon.
Your answer is Netflix, Amazon, Disney Plus.
So we were on the money.
You're close.
So we'll bang on, yeah. So
And
Amazon's like coming club. What the fuck's on Amazon?
I think
everything.
Stan's an Australian thing, isn't it?
Yeah,
is it?
It is.
Yeah.
I thought it was. The Amazon Prime has a lot of good things. Lord of the Rings, Rings of Powers on there.
Well, heaps of shit.
That's where I watched Blink twice.
Oh, true. But
Yeah, you have to rent it though. You have to rent it because it's a new movie.
Oh yeah.
So what I've noticed about Amazon Prime, the Dirty Dogs, is all the hectic movies you got to like pay like $4 or something
extra.
for it. Like,
And
you
you're
just
already
rent it.
paying the membership.
And that's what I'm saying. So what's the point? That's why I didn't really understand that, because you pay for a membership,
But you get the shows and shit.
but then on top of it, for the juicy shit, you got to pay
But
again.
that's what
It's
Netflix
like,
doesn't have. That's what you know what I mean.
This is one membership done.
Yeah.
Haven't you seen the movie The Platform?
Is that
No.
in another language?
Yeah, it's Spanish.
Me
a Spanish movie.
and Tori started it, and then we're in a mood where we're like, we don't feel like reading subtitles.
Yeah.
And we just turned it. But the premise seemed pretty cool.
It's interesting. I haven't seen any of them, but number 2 just came out. I saw on Netflix. But the premise is they're in like a prison, right? And the prison's like, it's got hundreds of layers, right? Like Star Wars
Levels.
shit, right? And then it starts at the top, like the people who've committed the least horrible crimes, I think,
the top.
towards the top, and then they get this big like platform of food, right? So the person on the first level gets a massive banquet. Everything they can eat, they eat it, and they leave all their rubbish and scraps there. And then it goes down to the next level,
Yeah,
and then they
right.
get it. And then so by the time it gets to the bottom, there's all this fucked up like,
Just like rubbish,
bones and
Yeah.
shit. And like they can talk to each other. So when the platform's coming down, you can see the person above.
Oh.
And they're like, yeah, I don't know, it seems cool, but yeah, I just haven't
Yeah.
got around to watching it.
Well, what happens the whole movie if that's
Well, I don't know. I have to watch it.
Yeah. I only watched literally the opening 20 seconds, and I was like, oh, it's in another language.
fuck this?
Next.
Yeah.
It's a Spanish movie. Yeah.
Yeah. Interesting.
just spoiled bastards we are with all this shit to watch. We're just like, I'll get to that eventually.
We're like gay.
Yeah. And we're very hypercritical. We're more critical than ever on movies because of that and shows.
Yeah, 100%.
Like, did you see the new trailer for? They're trying to make the Aussie version of The Office.
Yeah,
and it doesn't look good, bro.
Oh, really?
Yeah, all the one-liners. I'm like, but and the characters, you can see that the girl, the boss, she's supposed to be Michael. She's not supposed to be Michael, but you can tell they're kind of emulating it a little bit. And there's like a Jim, there's like a Pam, there's a Dwight, but instead of Dwight, it's a girl, and there's someone that probably would be Daryl, the fat dude in the factory.
That's gonna fail.
Yeah,
that's gonna.
What's
flop.
it called? The Office.
The Office.
Yeah, it's just The Office
on Netflix.
Prime. I'm pretty sure. Prime or Disney.
I think it's Prime.
Bro, cast me in some of that shit. I reckon I'd be funny as fuck. Let me just go on there and just be random, bro. Fuck.
And it's hard though, because you got to make humor. The thing is, you'd get cancelled in one episode. So
that's the whole point.
We all would, right? But it's like, that's the thing that nowadays it's so hard to make a comedy movie, let alone an Aussie comedy show.
Yeah,
you know what I mean? Like, you have to stay in your lane and like be politically correct. Like, there's no.
Well, who was the funniest? Chris Lilly, and look what happened. They cancelled him.
Yeah.
So
I don't know, but did you guys see the Jeff Baguette, whatever the fuck his name is?
Jeff Baguette.
Yeah.
Jeff Baguette.
Jeff Baguette or Baguette or whatever.
I don't know if it's Baguette.
It is. It's
Bugatti? No.
Who is this guy?
Bro, he's the guy he did the Saturday Night Live skit. I don't know how recent it is. It's fucking funny as fuck, bro. I'll send it to you on TikTok. He's playing George Washington, and they're in the boat.
Yeah,
and there's the black guy. And he's like, man, we're going to be free men.
Nate Bargatze or Nate Bargatze or whatever.
Yes.
Oh, yeah, he's a comedian.
Yes.
Comedian.
And he goes, and then he's just pretending to be George Washington. He's like, yeah, we're going to have a word for 12, and we're going to call it a dozen. And he's like, what else are we going to say? He's like, no, nothing, just 12. It's going to be called a dozen. And then they're just going on and on and on. And then it's like, there's the black guy. He goes, and then it's like, Nate goes, yeah, we're going to be, this is going to be like a country for free men. And then the black guy's like, even men of color like me, sir? And then he just goes, anyway, on to the next thing. And he's just ignoring the black guy and everyone's cracking up. I feel like light humor like that is funny as fuck.
Yeah. And he's like, we're going to have two different words for meat when it's cooked and meat when it's not cooked. And it's like,
beef.
But when it is cooked, it will be called steak or whatever.
And he's like, and what about chicken, sir? And he's like, no, that'll be just chicken.
That's just chicken. Yeah. That doesn't change. That one stays.
I feel like shit like that is funny, bro.
Yeah.
Even black people would laugh at that. That's comedy. That's funny.
Yeah.
It's not like OTT. It's not racist. It's not like dark. Like, it's not dark humor, but it's just like slight little jabs at everyone.
Yeah.
And the comments too were like, I was like, I bet you everyone's going to be complaining, but the comments were like really receptive.
Well, he's a very good comedian, that guy.
He's great.
His timing is tremendous.
Did you see the controversy of the ad? So the Joker, I think, had a crossover with Burger King or some shit. I think it was a burger joint. And the ads it was like these 3 ads of people eating a burger, and they had the Joker red lipstick painted on their face here. Right? And one of them was a black dude. Like, I don't know what it was, but it was Joker cross whatever, some fucking burger, I think. And obviously, big outcry because the black person had the red lipstick, and it looks like the fucking old school 1920s cartoons, the racist cartoons where they had the fucking, the stereotypical cartoons. They put the big red lips and shit. Right? And it's like, I'm just thinking, man, this stuff is never going to... The more you talk about race all the time, it's just never going to... Obviously, that's not the intention.
If anything, they try to be more probably inclusive by having a black person.
Because they had white people too. They had a white girl, black guy.
And people don't really think that the black guy would have agreed to that.
Yeah, like...
They didn't hold him hostage and go, we're going to put red sauce on you. He would have read the script, done a makeup test, got paid, a free burger. And then he would have gone, yeah, this is funny. Fuck it, I'll do it.
So when you're inclusive, it's wrong. When you're not inclusive, it's wrong. Like, it's just...
No, stop talking about
Gen
race.
Alpha.
It's Gen Alpha. It's no one else but these little youngins who fucking, they're fucked.
At what age are they again?
All these cunts born in like 2000 and up.
Oh, yeah.
Like,
they're all fucked. They're all
talking about
wimps.
race all the time.
Yeah,
it's
they're
always
wimps.
about race. Like, come on, bro. Most people, most good, normal, functioning humans aren't racist these days, bro. Only old people and fucking idiots. And if they're idiots, don't pay attention to them. Like, not everything is a race fucking thing, bro. Like, seriously. And I hate it with the voters, right? With the voting in America, especially, where they're like, we got this percentage of black voters and we got so many percentage of Latino voters. It's like everyone is like a number, like the little things to be collected, little herds. Like, look at all these black people that are voting for me.
Oh, Mexican tokens.
It's so condescending, and like they go championing it, and then people all commenting like, yeah, black voters love this, we love this. And I was like, I got so many black voters and shit. It's like, bro, aren't you offended by that? You're like, what are you? Like a fucking, you know, like a sheep to be fucking herded, like collected into. We're just humans, man. Stop fucking categorizing everything.
What happened to just everyone? We're just all human.
I know, man.
Like, no one does that, eh?
It don't matter if you're black or white.
Everyone wants to be part of some club or something. Like, bro, fuck it, man. You're all human. Like, who cares? The more you talk about race, the more the problem will persist.
Yeah.
It's just never going to end.
Yeah. It's like a racist constantly saying, I'm not racist, or just going, oh, how weird's race?
Yeah.
Like, and then you're like, yeah, that's, why do you keep,
Yeah.
why are you bringing it up?
It's just unnecessary, man.
Yeah.
Wow. I'm trying to. That might be it for me.
I don't got nothing else, man.
I'm just trying to remember my notes because I'm trying to fucking give you guys 4K videos, and because of that, I don't have my notes. I need to start writing shit down now. It's fine. It's fine. We're going to do our first 4K test. My phone did die. So on the YouTube, there might be a little part where it's just audio. If you're listening on Spotify, this does not, this is not for you.
Yeah.
This is for the YouTube viewers, which we do. Got a few YouTube viewers. We got the same number like every week, which is good.
Consistent.
We get to like
40 to 80 a week, man.
Yeah. Which is actually kind of fucked considering I have over 2,000 subscribers.
Yeah. That's just
so how is that possible mathematically?
Yeah.
It's not possible.
Well, to be fair, I'm subscribed to a lot of people on YouTube and I never watch the videos. The videos pop up and I just never watch them.
Yeah, right.
So,
well, that's it for me. Joey, you got any more?
Just that JoJo Siwa calling out Beyonce. You recently touched up on that, but like, what was that? Was that because Kanye West said that he did that for Taylor Swift to save her? Is that why? And she was making a joke like,
yeah,
because there's this running theme where people that get awards have to pay tribute to the Queen, or something?
They kill them or something. Yeah,
I think maybe she's jumping on the bandwagon. Yeah, but it is.
I think she did it just for a laugh, right?
I don't know. I don't know much about her, to be honest. That weird little girl.
Isn't she a South Park character?
She looks like.
Have you not seen that South Park episode, JoJo Siwa?
Oh,
it's like, okay, kids, now we're going to go see JoJo Siwa. And she's like a fucking gremlin.
Oh my God.
I haven't seen that episode. Fuck, man.
South Park's the best, eh?
Bro, she's like dribbling and shit.
Are you talking about Jersey Shore?
No, it's a South Park episode. And they're like, now JoJo come down. I want to feed JoJo Siwa. And they're like throwing food and shit at her. It's quality content, man.
Yeah, that she just like had that ridiculous song and then blew up.
And the dance is so.
She's a muppet, man.
Every time.
Oh yeah, that's a dancer.
Anyway, but yeah, I just thought it was like, it's just so weird because she kind of had no business even like joking about it.
That's like, what I was saying. Like Lizzo, when Lizzo got an award, she was like crying. They all seem like kind of sad, attributing it to Beyonce, which it is strange. It is strange for sure.
Fucking Beyonce's
I don't know,
fucking
man.
ugly.
Yeah, I never got the hype of Beyonce, man.
Shit.
I don't get it at all. Her music is not that great.
I think back in the day when she was like Destiny's Child and shit, back in the day when they were a group and that was the thing and they were they killed it, right? But that girl, and it's like, well, even there, I'm a survivor. This is like dating back
2000
when I was a fucking kid, you know. But then, you know, like anything, they kind of wean out. But she did hang on there in terms of didn't she make an album kind of recently? The country
cowboy album, yeah, that shit is ass.
So she's still making music, whether it's as good as her earlier shit, you know.
Is Jay-Z making music still? No.
I don't think he's made anything for
I never
ages.
got it with Beyonce. Like, who do you know? I never understood why Jay-Z and Beyonce are the level they are and the peak they are, and everyone's like, they're the top. But, like, who is talking about Jay-Z? Who's talking about Beyonce? How often do you hear someone talking or bumping Beyonce or anything? You know what I mean? They're just kind of, like, in the background, but for some reason, they're, like, the cream of the crop. It's like, bro, they don't do shit.
Yeah.
Like,
I feel like once you're there, and they got that their own streaming service thing as well going.
Yeah, Deezer.
Once you have that passive income and you're already rich, you don't got to be in the limelight anymore. You got your money. So that, and then the shit they control or whatever they're a part of, which is something, bro. I know it's conspiracy shit, but I promise, bro. And the fact you do says something. Like there's something, bro, in the works.
100%.
There was that old. Remember, there's that old lady that everyone kind of like eventually brushes palms with, and she's like a Satanist, and there was this video of Jay-Z like literally worshipping this woman, and like this lady is like very renowned for Satanism practicing.
Really?
Yeah.
Wow.
And she has like, I don't know, like after I don't know if I can fact check it now, but I don't know how long it'll take. But
Jay-Z's mum's a Satanist.
Not Jay-Z's mum.
And she's an old white woman.
These things are always hard to find. Like,
yeah, this is what I mean. Like I said to Tori, I'm like, eventually I want to get Tori on the panel as well to be like the producer that like
just to check quick
fact check, because she's so fucking quick, bro.
So she should have, she would have been typing that the second you mentioned it.
Yeah, she would have already been onto it, bro.
Yeah.
But like, there's this person. I don't know. Like, I can't do it. Like, oh yeah, wait. Some believe, So some believe Marina Abramovic is a Satanist ringleader of a global political conspiracy. But like, so there's just basically, in short, a conspiracy going on about this woman who's been in like the music industry for a while, and she's like, has Satanist vibes. You know what I mean? Does Satanist shit.
I think I've heard about this one.
Yeah, and she wears black lipstick, very like when she's at a party, and then all these famous people are like.
They love her.
They love her. They've had some, and Jay-Z especially, he's like face lit up. She was standing on a platform above him. She's short. She was standing on this little platform, and he was like, I don't know, it was just joking, right? But it's just like, he was like this. And then it's like this Satanist looking lady literally doing this in front of him.
That's weird.
Selling your soul to the devil.
Yeah.
Oh, well, the world's weird. But I'm all here for it.
Yeah, I like it. It gives us, we get to use this expensive podcast equipment. We get to make use of it.
100%.
All right. Well, thank you for watching.
Man.
Thank you for listening. Check out the song tomorrow.
Synergy.
Buy us tickets.
Get your fucking tickets. My album drops next week. You're going to hear some of the album live at Synergy. The shit's fucking crazy. We love you, motherfuckers. Boys.
Let's go.
Buy a hydro grip.
Yo.